the Saqqara bird.
It's a wooden carving of a bird, and at first glance, this Saqqara bird doesn't appear to be anything special. It's only when we examine it more closely that the real mystery is revealed.
Ancient Egypt, the greatest civilization of the ancient world. The oldest known pyramid in Egypt? Here at Saqqara, 20 miles south of Cairo. Over 100 years ago, an intriguing object was recovered from this site. It's a small carving made of sycamore wood and over 2,000 years old. Clearly, it's designed to look like a bird. Some experts believe that this bird is evidence the ancient Egyptians had knowledge of the principles behind gliding. Modern gliders date from the 19th century, but the idea of a glider is nothing new. Over 1,000 years ago, in 9th century Cordoba, southern Spain, one brave inventor, Abbas ibn Firnas, threw himself off of a tower in his own self-built gliding machine. Accounts say he glided a considerable distance, and he has gone down in history as the first man to fly. But could the Saqqara bird really be evidence of an ancient gliding machine?
It's just a bird, a carving of a bird. So what makes it so mysterious? Well, first we have to ask, why is it there?
The reason for items being placed in tombs is very practical. They're scale models of objects from real life, either to help the dead person in the afterlife or to help them get there, a means of transport.
A model of a giant bird? What use would that be? And there weren't any giant birds in Egypt anyways. All of the other models are of real, practical things. But an aircraft, now that would be useful.
The Egyptians believed the dead lived on in the skies. To get there, an aircraft would be ideal. Could the Saqqara bird be a scale model of an actual aircraft?
The ancient Egyptians had throwing sticks similar to boomerangs for hunting birds. It was a royal pastime. So given that they understood some basic principles of aerodynamics, could it be that the Saqqara bird, with its vertical tail fin to act as a stabilizer, was a kind of glider?
A vertical tail fin like this doesn't occur in nature. But if this bird was going to fly, it would also need a horizontal fin in the back, such as modern gliders have. Without this, it would plummet to the ground. It's because Ibn Firnas didn't have a horizontal tail fin that he couldn't control his descent. There are in fact marks on the Saqqara bird where exactly such a fin might have been. This would make it more stable than Ibn Firnas's machine, which was 1,000 years later. Thanks to modern technology, it's possible to test how aerodynamic a model of the bird would be with a horizontal fin added.
This is an amazing experiment. It will prove whether or not the ancient people had knowledge of flight. And if they did, the implications are staggering.
All the data can be fed into a computer and a flight simulator. Then the bird can be tested in the air.
The million-dollar question is if a scaled-up version of this carved bird would actually fly.
This high-tech analysis provides an unbelievable result.
Amazingly, modern scientific analysis shows that the Saqqara bird conforms to our understanding of aerodynamics.
It glides perfectly.
Modern plans for gliders, the technological know-how for gliders, didn't appear until the 19th century. And those ancient plans actually work better than some of the earlier versions of modern gliders.
Could the ancient Egyptians really have flown? It can't be proved. It's still up in the air.